guys, I'm Ember. Thank you so much for being here. And today we're here with another collective tarot reading for you. And I pulled your current energies, and your current energies are Mars, smoke, and calcification. So calcification starts off by talking about change through fire, through heat. And because you have such intense energy, these energies to me are so intense. Like, to have these three be your current energy right now is extreme, or like recently and just, now is very intense. Like this combination of three, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's a lot. Like, to have heat and fire and smoke, and then you have Mars, right? Like Mars is the tower in the tarot deck. And in the tower is ruled by Mars, and because it's ruled by Mars, it's ruling Scorpio. Like, Mars is ruling Scorpio. I'm saying that right. I don't know why I'm like with my words. So the tower is, and Mars in general is a very intense energy. It could be a foundation falling apart. You'd feel this, like you would feel like a foundation is crumbling in some way, or something shocked you. The tower can be a shock. The tower can be a good shock too, but I'm not really getting that so much here. I'm getting that the tower, I mean, in long term it's better for you, but short term the tower is painful. So you could be going through a tower moment right now. It could feel extremely intense. It could feel, I just keep hearing intense. Like whatever situation you're going through, I do get for a lot of you, you're going through this with another person. That's kind of what I've been feeling. But some of you could just be going through a major transformation in some area of your life that is causing a lot of intensity, like intense feelings. Maybe anger could be actually one of the things you could be feeling. Not for all of you, but it could be happening. The Mercury is in retrograde on November 9th, so that we're already pre-retrograde, so we're kind of feeling that energy as well, and that's difficult to go through. And also we have a full moon coming up in Taurus, and I believe no, it's different. Sorry, I'm getting mixed up with all the chart stuff. There's so much with the chart stuff and with astrology right now. But my point is that you could have felt and be feeling right now that you're like in a situation that you maybe don't want to be in, but it's also like transforming you in some big way. Like, again, Phoenix rising from the ashes. I just want to reiterate that. I think Spirit wants to say that whatever you're going through right now, we know it feels intense. It's interesting. It's like spirit guides, your spirit guides, or your ancestors. There's some type of ancestor that's with you. I am feeling an older motherly, even grandmother kind of energy. It doesn't have to be a woman, but there is some ancestor, but it feels really wise, but interestingly also fiery. So that's interesting too. But I think they're helping you with this. I'm hearing transition. Well, so you could be going through a tower moment. It could feel really intense. I feel like I don't know if you're having a hard time thinking lately. There's something going on with the smoke card. So smoke for me reminds me of like not being able to see, things being clouded, could be illusions. But I for some reason feel like it could be a balm to how intense everything is lately. Or it could just be like fire that's creating smoke, right? But the fire that you're going through is like a transformational fire in a good way. It just feels painful. It's really good for you. I know it feels painful. I hate if we were probably like, oh, but this doesn't feel good. But it actually is for your higher good, because Mars and the tower always are seeking balance, like in a universal way, and balance for you in a better way. Like, it's the tower only falls and breaks foundations that are not meant to keep standing. So there's something in your life that's crumbling. You will feel this. You'll feel it crumbling. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then reading's not for you. And also for calcification, it also reminds me of like a coating that's like breaking down all of the layers, breaking down all the conditioning. I'm sorry, my lighting's a little bit weird, but it's just because it's at night. So I might get brighter and then darker and sometimes. Maybe that's something that interesting. So you may be going back and forth between this new embodiment of who you want to be and this older version that you've been maybe your whole life. So there's like, you're breaking down conditioning that has been with you since childhood or even past lives, if that's something that you believe in. And it's why the situation may be lasting really long. I'm seeing Temperance. It may be why it's so hard to heal this. It may be why it's so hard to get out of whatever this is. This wound or the situation. I think it's an old wound connected to a situation, but I do feel like this wound is getting healed. It's just getting healed because it's through fire. But here's the thing. The wound is I'm hearing causing problems on its own, but it's also a big wound. So the bigger the wound, right? The bigger the situation needs to be to kind of heal that in some way, right? That's how I'm getting it, at least right now. So you're healing a very big wound. And because you're healing a big wound, it takes time. And I think that it's easy to judge yourself and be like, I should be here. I shouldn't be doing this. It shouldn't be a part of, like, it could be a bad habit you're getting rid of. It could be a person that you're trying to walk away from. It could be a job you're leaving. Like, it takes time. Like, time. I always feel rushed, and I definitely felt rushed before this reading. And it's interesting because my daughter was helping me with the Palo Santo, and she accidentally burned herself with fire, right? And it felt so conducive to this reading because I got there's so much fire and heat and then smoke as well, and the Palo Santo was creating smoke obviously, and it's like something burned you, like you got burned by fire in some way, but while you got burned, what, honey? You're fine. It's opening up. I'm hearing opening up a portal. That's not you, Doge. That's me. You're good, girl. You're good.
Pause it at that part.
Yeah, hold on. One second. I'll be right back. Okay, so you could have been burned by fire in some way, like thinking that I get this feeling like you thought it was going to turn out differently than it's turned out, and you got burned in some way by fire, and and it's funny because I tried so many different things to help it, right? Water, and then we did the aloe vera, and that didn't work, and now we're trying Neosporin, and it's like you probably have felt like feel like you have tried everything you can to kind of heal this, and none of the like traditional or even just regular ways are working. And so I'm getting this feeling of like having to think outside the box, maybe having to ask for help, maybe having to get more ideas from other people, because I feel like this is such a big thing that you're healing that it almost feels too big to completely be able to heal on your own, which is fair. I think it's okay. I don't know why. I just get this feeling that you're judging yourself so much for this. I totally get that. Like I do that too. I judge myself very harshly, so I totally understand the judgment of yourself. And that is in one of the challenging energies. So let's go to your challenging energies. Okay. So your challenging energies are the fog, rotatio, so rotation. There's a spider I was talking about. I don't know if I said that in this video. I had to redo the video a couple times because my daughter was hurting. And then there's another spider here, and that's the androgyny. Okay, so what's challenging is the cycle. Okay, so rotation is about cycles, right? And like going over and over and over and over and over again, right? So you might have been in or are still in right now a cycle that continues to rotate, that continues to keep going, right? Even though your soul is like asking you to step out, right? Asking you to go into transition mode. But that's difficult, right? Where was that? Was that in the supportive energies? No, the outcome. I'm sorry, the outcome was transition, by the way. I just haven't gotten there yet. But there's something about, so what I'm seeing here, right? You're going through the cycle. You're going around and around and around and around and around all the way until you get to the middle, right? And in the middle is this beautiful rainbow, and then a spider that created like this thing, right? And if we look at this in a light way, right? The cycle that you're going through, it's like it feels like it's never ending. You just want to get out, right? But this cycle is teaching you about yourself, getting in, it's like a cycle that you're going through the cycle within yourself, and you're getting closer and closer. The more you do the cycle, you're getting closer and closer and closer to finally being done with it, right? Like creating a web, and then like a spider, and then moving and making a new web, right? So like that's kind of what I'm getting. But it's a challenge, right? It's a challenge because it's familiar. It's a challenge because it's safe, or it feels safe. It may not be safe anymore, but it may be not safe ever, but it feels safe, right? And it feels familiar. I think that the fire, right? The calcification in the Mars, I think that's kind of breaking you out of the cycle all on its own. The other challenging energy was fog. Now, this could be someone else putting fog on you, and I think it's interesting you had fog and smoke, and they're both illusionary. So there definitely could be somebody around you that's fogging your perception of things, that's maybe not being totally truthful, that's maybe not being honest, that's maybe not telling you everything, that's maybe not showing up consistently. There's something about that. So that's not for all of you. If this is not... Let's say you're trying to beat a habit. Let's say you're trying to quit smoking, okay? Funny because it's funny that smoking is like, wow, that's really interesting because I'm like smoke and fog. Oh, okay. Let's say you're trying to quit smoking, right? So fog would be, I can't do it right now. Like it's too hard. I won't ever be able to stop. Fog is, I don't want to think about that. Fog is, I'm not going to get cancer. Everything's going to be fine. Fog is, what else could it be? Trying to think what fog would be with smoking. Like I need it for social reasons, right? Like that would be the fog, because the fog is something that clouds your perception in some way. Hold on one second. Sorry for the pauses. My daughter just her finger got burned, so I'm like trying to, deal and help her, and it's like a thing. She's feeling better though. Good, that's good. So fog is something that's gonna distort your perception. Fog is your brain trying to keep you safe in some way by... Hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry again. Okay. I had to give her more water. Okay, so fog is something that distorts your perception of what reality is to keep you safe, right? And, there's... If this is another person, I already kind of explained what that would look like. They would be saying all the right things, right? Saying all the right things, doing all the right things, but then secretly they're doing something else. Or what else could it be? They don't want you, it's just mostly like, I don't want you to find out what's really going on, so I'm going to kind of create a fog over you. And since you have smoke in your current energies and your challenging energy, it could be another person for some of you, definitely. The androgyny being the androgyny being the challenge is about like knowing that two opposites can exist at the same time, and also not judging yourself. So the challenge to me is, it feels to me there is either you and another person, and those energies are having a difficult time. That's a challenge to come together. Or it could be two different parts of you that are fighting and warring, like Two of Swords kind of energy, to where one side is telling you one thing and the other side is telling you completely, like totally opposite things, conflicting with each other. That's your challenge. Your challenge is to see the truth, right? In reality as what it is, and not what the fog or the smoke is telling you, right? The challenge is to make a different decision and get out of a cycle that is really, 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 really difficult. It's like, I don't know why this is coming through, but it feels like equating difficulty with, like, I don't know, some sort of like negative self-talk. Like, this is so hard and this must mean this about me. Like, I can't get out of this. So like, what does that say about me? Does that mean I'm weak? Like, no. That's not true. That just means that the harder the lesson, the harder it is to get through something, the greater the gifts, obviously, of course. But the harder the lesson is, that's like, if you're doing the work, that's how much deeper the healing is going to go. I don't know why, if you're, also, that's another thing. Okay, fog and smoke remind me of disassociation and numbing, okay? So some of you could have coping mechanisms that are kind of maybe perpetuating the situation. I do think that, I think, not for all of you, just some of you. And and whatever this situation is, because it's so intense, right? Because it's so intense, like there is a want to avoid, of course, like that's fair. And there's a want to not see the truth because it's painful, right? And so I'm seeing it both as a positive. I'm seeing it as a positive too, because like this is a survival mechanism that helps you move through this, right? But I think too much of one energy or another can be hard. And since it's in your challenge, and fog and smoke are very, very similar in my opinion. Like they're like the same kind of message. What was I gonna say? That means that there may be there could be a lot of fantasy going on in your head or the other person's head. There could be a lot of illusions built around this. There could be just a fantasy or just not being able to see the truth clearly. But what's also good is that the fire is too big and it almost breaks through the fog and breaks through the smoke. Like the intensity of the fire is what I'm seeing is like a house, right? And there's smoke around it everywhere. But what created the smoke is the fire, and when the fog, you can still see the fire. What's my point? You can still see the fire through the fog, okay? Because the fire's so big, it's so intense, it's what's creating the fog, right? So it's like, or the smoke. So the fire that you're dealing with, the intensity of the situation is too big for you to ignore, which in some way is a really good thing, because whatever this is not meant to stand, because we have Mars, which is like the tower. And because it's such an intense energy, I definitely feel like your heart's been broken by this thing or this person. You've been broken open in some way. And a lot of people, what they will do, and I'm not saying that you don't do this in the beginning, because this is like a very natural thing to do when you've been heartbroken, is to like shut off, right? It's a very normal thing. But some people wall off and then they never, ever, ever, ever let that wall down. And I think that, and I know that you're doing the work, and what this is meant to do was meant to crack you open, to get to that wound, to heal that wound, to be able to feel safe again, to be in front of others, to have better relationships, to move in the world in the way that you want to be fearless, to be brave, to this is about growing self-worth. This is about being courageous. This is about going after what you want, no matter what anyone thinks. This is about not tolerating bad behavior, and not just like, and not bad behavior, but behavior that hurts you. Not tolerating behavior that hurts you, or behavior that hurts you from others or from yourself. There's a discipline that I'm feeling, and I know this reading started off discombobulating and distracting. There's like a lot of distractions and discombobulations, and it's like, oh my god, what's going on, right? And it's getting more like chill now. So if you're feeling discombobulated and something intense really just happened, or like is happening and has been happening, I'm feeling an evening out of the energy. I'm feeling like a coming back to the self. And I think that, again, the message for like most of what I feel for this message is that you're going through something really intense. It's really hard. It's extremely transformational. It's for your higher good, even if it freaking sucks. And also, you're becoming empowered through this. You are becoming empowered through this. Like, that is what I'm feeling the most out of this. Okay. Your supportive energies are summer, and copper. That's a lot of blue and green. Like, we have all red for like challenging and smoke. And then we go blue and green. Oh, I said it backwards, but whatever. Summer to me is about vitality, feeling alive, playful. It's like finding people that make you feel alive, doing a project that brings creativity out. Like this for me, like doing this for me, I think is like one of the most beautiful, amazing, most purposeful things I've done ever. And I know that it's not easy, but I am like so happy, and it's helping me so much get through a situation I've been trying to work through too. And so it's like anything that makes your heart light up is going to help you get out of whatever this intense situation that's really hurting you. I definitely feel like for a lot of you, you're dealing with another person. And copper is the heart. It's like the heart of gold. That's what it talks about. And I can't remember what copper is now. Why can't I remember? Hold on one second. I'm going to, again, look this up. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay. So copper is fertility, the womb, and Venus. It says, letting go is likely required in order to embrace Eros with open arms. Hold on. It's funny. It says though bright and warm when polished, copper quickly oxidates, turning green or blue. Funny because we have green and blue right here. I was just talking about the colors. Discern if a metaphorical polishing up is in order. Okay. It says get ready for a shift of priorities, for an awakening of the heart and the life-generating centers of the body. It says, in the true alchemical experiment, nothing excluded or separate from the work. Bring sensuality into the fold and embrace it with reverence and curiosity. Okay. It says Aphrodite smiles upon you. So Aphrodite is something you could work with as well. But I definitely feel like there's something else that you're wanting to birth, because we're talking about the womb and birthing, and Venus is about love. There's something that you want to create, okay? There's something that you want to create, or something that you have created that's blooming, right? And it's like, I'm just looking, there's a lot of circles here too. Sorry, I got distracted by the circle and the tree and the circle on the other card. There's something that you want to birth from seed to a full tree. Oh my God, this was coming through earlier and I wrote it down. It takes a long, okay, that's what I was going to say. It takes a long time for a tree to become a tree. So there's a seed and it takes so long. I mean, so long. I mean, some trees are so old, like so old, okay? And I feel like whatever you're moving through, right, has been requiring a lot of patience from you, because it's something that is being birthed that is so magnificent and so otherworldly and so, I mean, it's hard to describe. It's like, I think it's hard. What I'm feeling a lot is that the fog and the smoke is covering a lot of the ability to be able to see clearly. And I think pausing could be very important. The outcome for the situation is yellowing and Raven's Head. And I've had the Raven's Head, so yesterday, had a reading come out yesterday, or maybe a couple days ago. This was the outcome, or the advice, and now it's the outcome. So yellowing talks about transitions. So your outcome is by you're going through a transition and are going to go through a transition and looking at transitioning. You could be thinking about leaving something behind. You could be thinking about changing jobs. You could be moving from one thing to the next thing. That's the outcome. And Raven's Head talks about you can't go back to the old ways of doing things. You just can't. Like, it's not even possible. So if you're worried about getting out of something and you don't feel like you can do it, you don't know if it's ever going to happen, you don't know if you're ever going to heal this wound, like, no, you are. Like, there's no way you're not. You're going through a transition, but the work that you've done is paying off. That's what I'm hearing. The work that you've done is paying off. You may not be able to see it yet. Again, we have fog and smoke. That means it's obscuring your transformation. It's not just obscuring maybe the present day situation and what you're dealing with. It's obscuring the transformation that's happening. It's like I'm seeing the seed and then the roots beneath this, like a tree, but no trees there yet, obviously, just the seed, and then the roots are like underneath and growing, and nobody can see the roots, and neither can you. And so it's like you're building deep roots right now. That's what you've been going through. That's why it's been taking so long. That's why it's been so hard to move through. That's why you're like, why is this not working? Like, I get the sense that like you've healed and gone through transformations before, but you've not ever gone through this deep of a transformation or this intricate of a transformation, or like like the normal ways of like you used to transform, and like the normal ways of healings or whatever you did last time for your last transformation or other transformations or gone through situations in some way, it's not working for this certain situation, but it is. It's just like I get this feeling like, okay, so like you may have had to go through a transformation, right? And it was hard. And I'm just giving you an example. And let's say it lasted like 6 months and you like did all these things to heal, and then like it kind of happened quickly, more quickly than maybe you thought. And it wasn't like years and years and years. Maybe it was for some of you, but I'm getting this feeling that I don't know why I'm not getting that as much. I'm getting, what I'm feeling is that this transformation is taking longer than anything you've ever done. You've done everything you've done before the way you did before to transform before. And it's just not working. You think it's not working, right? But it is. It's just you got to keep doing it. It's like, it's almost like I do this too, like where I'm like, oh, I did this before, like this should be done by now. Like my last transformation, like this should be healed by now. But like, no, this is a way deeper, way, like I cannot emphasize enough. This is a way deeper transformation for you that you are going through. It is not easy. It's hitting on a core wound in you that may be one of the deepest, if not the deepest wound that you have from childhood, from a past life, from a past relationship. It's hitting that. So because it's hitting that, it's going to take a lot of reassurance, a lot of healing, a lot of comfort, a lot of talking about it, a lot of therapy, a lot of, yoga, a lot of like whatever it is that you do to heal this. It's like, and you know what? That's funny because it's like another lesson, right? It's like, healing, just because you heal something doesn't mean you just stop healing. This is like another lesson of like, how do you maintain consistency? How do you maintain consistency in healing over time, no matter if you're healing or not, right? It's like, how do you maintain the things that make you feel better? How do you maintain the self-care that you are using to feel better? Are you maintaining self-care? Are you sleeping okay? Are you doing the things that make you feel alive? Are you connecting with people that make you feel good? Like, those things are something we build over time. And I think that maybe one of the lessons for this was that it does take consistency, and healing is never over. And I hate that, right? I'm like, can we just like, I can't just be good one day. Like, I'm always feeling like there's a finish line, and I know that a lot of people relate to that, but that's something that I feel. I'm like, I did so much work. Like, why can't I just be done? Because it's hard, right? It's painful. It's so painful. You're clearing something huge. I just want to reiterate that. I think Spirit wants to reiterate that. Do you want me to do the tarot, Spirit, or do you want me to end the reading? I do want to do a little bit of tarot. I just want to see if I can get a little bit more. I feel like this reading was so discombobulated, and I feel so doubtful of myself, and I feel like there were so many distractions, and also my daughter was in pain the whole time, and it's like, I wonder if you've just been in pain a lot, and that's just been so hard, and I just, again, I want to validate, if you're going through a lot of pain, and you've been going through a lot of pain, like, it's not going to last forever. Pain, the thing about pain is it's that every time we're in it, I'm like, and a lot of people are like, oh my God, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is too much. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, right? And it's like, it's going to last forever. It doesn't. Feelings and everything changes. That's the only constant is change, like, really genuinely. And if you're in a hard and a difficult situation, understand that change is happening. You just can't see it yet. So too much smoke and fog are around you. And that may also be a person that's purposely fogging over things and purposely creating illusions for you. I definitely get, for some of you, that's like something that you're in. You're trying to get out of a relationship where there's a lot of lies, manipulation, smoke, trickery. I'm hearing trickery. Could be cheating for some of you. I don't know why I did that. Elements. Remember to feel the warmth pulsing through her womb. You are a child of mother. True harmony awaits you. So remember that no matter if you had a good mother or not, okay? You can learn how to be a good mother to yourself. That's something that's coming through. Yeah, it's like holding on. You're holding a Four of Pentacles and Eight of Cups. So it's like holding on because it's so scary to walk away. It's like, I don't want to let this go because I'm just so scared. Like, I totally get that. That's so fair. So human. Okay, let's see what's going on, Spirit. What's going on for them? Four of Swords, Page of Cups, Some of you are overgiving to something. Like, I just got that immediately. I didn't even look. It wasn't even from the cards. I don't know why it just came through. Some of you are overgiving to a situation in some way, and it's draining I want to say F out of you. It's straining you. And it could be a work situation. Like, someone's putting a lot of responsibility on you overgiving in some way. I definitely am getting that. Like, it's a strong feeling of like, you've been giving to something for a long time, and it's been slowly draining you over time, and it took you a long time to figure out that it was even draining you, and now you're realizing it. But it's like, what do I do? Like, it's so hard to leave. I don't want to be drained, but I also am so used to maybe overgiving. Maybe you're an overgiver, right? Maybe you're someone that always gives that's totally what I'm getting. I think you are. You're like someone who just gives to everybody and everything, and then you don't give back to yourself. And there is this feeling of like, I'm in an intense situation. I'm drained. I don't know how to heal this. I don't know if anything I'm doing is working. I'm trying everything I can. Like, those are the kind of themes I'm getting. Okay, we've got, I love that. So we've got Four of Swords, Page of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Fountain. I love this. This is the Fountain card in the Fountain Tarot deck. It's like the only card in here that's not like just the regular, like what's in a regular tarot deck. Three of Wands. Okay, so I definitely feel like a breath of fresh air is coming in for you. I definitely feel like new energy is coming in for you. There's a call to rest, definitely. And if you're going to give, okay, so we have Four of Swords, which is resting and healing, right? Resting and healing. Page of Cups is like a small giving. Page of Cups is like a small giving. If you're going to give anything, this is the advice. If you're going to give anything, give energy, but don't give too much. Like, try to lessen the amount of energy that you're investing in the thing that's draining you. Like, give a smaller amount. Like, just lessen it a little bit. Get to a page. Like, I feel like you're in King of Cups. Like, I feel like you're not like I feel like you're in Queen of Cups or King of Cups, not in the sense of like, more in the sense of like how much you're giving, right? Emotionally to this person, right? So pull back, right? Rest if you can. This is just advice. You don't have to follow this if you don't want to. Give less. That's what I'm getting. Give less. There is Ace of Wands in the Fountain, right? Ace of Wands, right? Ace of Wands is like a spark, a new spark, exciting idea, like getting excited again about something. And the fountain is about miracles. It's about infinite consciousness. It's about, oh my gosh, it always reminds me of like miracles happening, yes, but it also reminds me of like life-giving waters, like some idea, project, person, new thing is making you excited that you want to give to. And it's bringing you new energy to help you break out of this old energy. It reminds me of what I said in the beginning about like doing like a new project, right? Something that really like lights you up inside. This is that. That's what I'm getting. It's going to help you. It's going to help you so much. I really am getting that from Spirit. Like, it's going to help you so much. Keep going. If you haven't started it, start it. I know it's scary, but if you love it, like if you feel so called and it, like, do it, like genuinely do it. Like, that is, Spirit really wants you to do it. Whatever this is, whatever, there is like an urgent, like, do it. Like, I'm just like, like I'm feeling like such an energy from Spirit, like, encourage, like tell them to do it. Oh my gosh, like it's like crazy. But it's really beautiful. Like, the energy that you want to give is really beautiful, and the feeling of it is really beautiful, and it's whole, and it's I'm hearing sexy, but it's just sexy to me. I'm like, oh, that's so sexy, because it's like, you know, it's like creative, it's like powerful, it's life affirming, it's like life giving. Like, I don't know, it's like what you really need. Like, I feel like you're so drained. It's like you need a boost, and I feel like that is coming in for you really soon. Like, I'm hearing the next week. So I'm hearing like you're getting a breath of fresh air, a new wave of energy, new inspiration over the next week, okay? Three of Wands, this is like what's on the horizon. Like, this is, I was like, oh, how long? Like a week or two? And like, yeah. All right, what's Three of Wands? What's Three of Wands? Okay, we've got, what's on the horizon? We've got Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, the Hanged Man, Ace of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So there's confusion here. Again, so Seven of Cups is about options, but it's about confusion. And we have the Smoke card, so that really reminds me of confusion. There is and the Hanged Man. So you're going to go into the Hanged Man, which is what I'm feeling. Because here's the thing, okay, right? So you're feeling, so kind of like trying to make a decision, confused about how to do that. There's maybe a lot of options for some of you, but definitely just, I feel like it's general confusion. The Hanged Man is Neptune, which also Neptune is really all about illusions and stuff. When it's this, it can be. I'm not saying it is right now, but it can be. But what I'm getting from this is that you're going to go into Hanged Man, which is like seeking higher enlightenment, seeking answers, like getting really connected to yourself, really connected to what's going on, like getting connected to, I'm hearing your purpose, but I'm also just hearing like getting connected somehow by pausing. It's like a pause. And when you pause, guess what happens? A major truth comes out, an Ace of Swords. And I think it's been a truth about how and why you've been feeling Five of Pentacles, why you feel left out in the cold, why. That's what's coming through. That's what's coming through for you. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, there could be someone around you that's wearing a mask. I see that. That's what I'm feeling. The fog could be about that. Yeah, some type of bond. Oh, no. Look at offering, enter, karmic. So some of you could have an offering coming, entering in from a karmic relationship. Hold on one second. Definitely could have a distraction coming in, some karmic relationship, tie, person, something, giving you a new offer. I think Spirit just wants you to be aware of it. I think you already know this. I think you've built a wall against this person, or are trying to build a wall against this person. Yeah, because they're hurting your inner child. Be confident in what's calling you and the support. 1111, by the way, is a portal. I swear to God, I just picked these up. Some of you also could have an emergent. Look at this. Watch this. When you walk away from what doesn't serve you, look. An emergence, right, of a soulmate. So it's like, if you have a person from the past that's really hurt you, and they enter, okay? They come and bring you an offering, okay? And you get a feeling that you shouldn't do it. Listen to that intuition. If you're dealing right now with a person you're supposed to walk away from, you're going through a transition. Trust that the process is happening. It's taking a little bit longer. But once you fully walk away, because of what you're learning, there's an emergence of some type of soulmate that's going to come in for you. Okay, I am so sorry. This was so discombobulated, but I honestly really hope it helped you. And thank you for being patient with me if you're still here. And I think that's all I have for you guys, and I will see you guys next time.